All right, let's get right into it. I think this is my favorite episode so far. We introduce you to our stocker calves, or at least the first few of those we'll purchase for this year. Do a few just basic chores around the farm, and really probably what you all want to see, have a baby calf. We were able to capture a birth on camera. So let's get into it. Sale barn today, bought some stocker calves. Which you can see behind me. We're about to get them unloaded and kind of introduce you to them. For those of you unfamiliar with the terminology and what a stocker operation or what stocker calves are, basically these are weaned calves. These average 570 pounds. They're basically coming off a cow-calf operation. We will graze them, from their current weight out to roughly 800 to 900 pounds when they'll be ready to go to the feedlot stage. And this is really probably the bigger part of our operation. We'll run about 65 or 70 these calves this summer, whereas, of course, the cow-calf side that you've been introduced to, we have about half that many cows. But anyway, we'll get these unloaded. And all right, so starting to ease off the trailer. Kind of get a good look around. We will leave them tonight kind of confined to this pen, the smaller area, where we can be ensured that they'll settle down. Obviously we don't know much about them. We'll be sure they're not going to be too stirred up. All right, so we got them all unloaded. Got them some hay in here where they can kind of settle down, relax for the night. This is a good sign. We got pretty much everybody at the trough eating a little hay. Got water for them. We'll leave them up like this for at least tonight, and just depending on kind of how they calm down. All right, so just got back from other farm, checking on those calves that we brought in late yesterday evening. Everything looked good. They made it all through the night. Looked like with no issues. They were eager to eat this morning, so it looks like that they're doing well. And here it is, not even 7 o'clock, and true to form, plans have already changed for the day. We were getting ready to head to the processor with the first two of our feeder steers, and unfortunately just got a phone call from them. They had a cooler go down, and so can't really hang beef if you don't have a cooler. So they're going to work on getting that fixed. Hopefully in the next day or two we'll get rescheduled, but we'll get these guys unloaded and then see what else we can maybe get accomplished today now that our morning opened up a little bit. All right. Get these two buddy, easy does it. There we go. Get them back in there with their friends. They can go back to enjoying breakfast as usual. All right, so we're back down here at the other farm with the stocker calves. As you can see behind me there, they look like everybody made it through the night very well. Made the decision to go ahead and bring a roll of hay down here to them rather than continuing to feed the small squares, just a little more efficient. As you may be able to tell there in the background too, expecting some thunderstorms really just within the next hour or so to move into their area. So trying to get a few things done before the weather turns on us a bit. So shut them all over there on that side. And we open up and come through right here and leave them roll up. All right, so it looks like the rain has set in now for at least the next couple of hours, so we're gonna make a run to the feed store, grab a bag of milk replacer for old Blue and Norman. Don't want them to go hungry. May go ahead and grab some oil and a filter for the tractor, get the oil changed, a good rainy day project. See what we can maybe get accomplished on this otherwise nasty day. All right, so the rain has passed. Making a quick check of the cows. Checking on our mother from a few days ago. You can see looking there at her rear end, the prolapse has remained reduced in place. So they're in good shape. She's not super excited about us being up here bothering her. All right, let's get the drain plug out. All right, so we got the oil drained, filter changed. Now we're just adding the oil back to it, and she'll be ready to go again. All right, so while we were in the mechanicing mood, we went ahead and changed the oil in the side-by-side as well. Okay, so just got done servicing those 2 pieces of equipment, and exciting, we have a heifer actually in labor just over my shoulder here behind me. Looks like we do have feet, just looking with the binoculars from here. So that's a good sign. We'll see if we can get a little closer, get you some good footage. It is a heifer again, so sometimes, you know, for her first time doing this, we don't want to disturb her too bad. She's already kind of learning on the job, more or less. Case in point being, that is actually the pond levee that she is laying on, giving birth. Not the best location, assuming, you know, she goes ahead and has it without complication. That calf is going to be standing up in a spot where he could get himself in trouble pretty quickly. So we'll definitely hang around, make sure that is not the case. Okay, so we've gotten around here on the other side of her. I think we can get pretty good shots from here, not getting too close to disturb her. You can see we have 2 other cows there that I assume fancy themselves as midwives. I know that you can't tell on the video, but I can confirm those are front feet. I can see a nose, so kind of reminded of what the monkey says after his tail gets run over by the train. It won't be long now. All right, so she got up, moved, laid back down. There's our calf. It is moving. Looks like we have a good live birth. Caught the tail end of the labor there. All right, now, my biggest fear with her and with bothering her and getting too close is that she'll actually get up and run off and leave this calf laying here. Heifers, again, going through this for the first time, sometimes their maternal instincts aren't quite as good as we would like for them to be. So we're gonna do our best just to leave her alone, leave this calf alone, observe from a distance, and she should get up here in a minute and start licking the calf off, cleaning it up. There she goes right now. I'm gonna back away just a little bit. And eventually that calf's gonna stand up. Should start to take his first drink of colostrum. Rather nosy little heifer there, a little jumpy. Looks like we're about to have the company of a few more heifers. Yes, it is about 5:30, so happy hour around the watering hole. So we now have 3 heifers in addition to the one that just calved, checking on our baby. Again, I hope these other 3 are taking notes, because our girl over there has done an exemplary job for a first-time mother. Okay, so it looks like they're both content to rest for right now. He's about 40 minutes old. I'm actually about to have to go take care of some other chores before it gets dark, so I may break a rule I said earlier and move him just a bit, just to ensure that I do not come back home and find him out there. One thing I cannot live with would be allowing that to happen. We'll get up here and check and see. So, main thing, I just don't want to spook her, cause her to run off. She's already shown to be very, very interested and attentive. We'll see what we have. Little heifer calf. And that is all right. All right, Mama. I'm gonna move her and then leave y'all alone. All right, there she is, all stood up. I went ahead and moved her just a bit myself and helped her stand up. I have got to go do a few other chores before dark, and just didn't feel comfortable with her sitting on top of that levee. We moved her, probably not 20, 25 feet, but for now she'd have to go back uphill to get over and get herself into trouble. And I'd like to think she won't do that, but she's up. We'll let Mom continue to clean her off. She'll be ready to, again, get that first drink of colostrum here very soon. And down she goes. We'll leave her alone. She shouldn't have any trouble getting back up. All right, so now we're getting to witness the baby's first meal. It is very important for a baby calf to nurse soon after birth, to get that colostrum, that first milk that is full of antibodies that are vital to the development of its immune system. And so again, everything going according to plan with this here. She's about, looks like an hour and 15 minutes old at this point, so still kind of figuring it out, not quite sure about the whole deal, but she'll be a pro in no time at all. All right, it doesn't get any better than that right there as a cow-calf operation. Seeing that new life, that new calf hitting the ground, seeing it, take those first few breaths, start kicking and moving. A lot of time and energy has gone into raising, a heifer herself to a breeding age, getting her bred, carrying pregnancy to term, and so that just, I don't know, that certainly gets my heart pumping. You've been introduced to the stocker operation earlier in this video, and there's a lot of appealing aspects to it, but that right there is why I believe we will never be 100% stocker, and we're always going to stay in the cow-calf, and for no other reason than just the pure enjoyment of seeing things like that right there happen. All right, everybody, I think that was easily my favorite episode to date. I hope it was our best one as well. Plenty more to come. That's only our second spring calf, so we got lots more of them to come. Keep tuning in, eat beef, and God bless.